coffee's gone cold on the kitchen counter. Your side of the bed feels like a lonely encounter. I'm walking the line between awake and a dream, caught in the middle of an endless stream of all the things I wish I could rewind before the silence started to take my mind. If I could take back every word I said, the unspoken fears that lived in my head, I'd scream from the rooftops, I'd fall to my knees. Baby, just listen, please listen. I messed up the moment, I missed every sign. Don't let me go, just say you're still mine. The future we painted is peeling away, just empty frames at the close of the day. I didn't know how much I needed your light until I was standing in the dead of the night, begging the stars for one more chance with you, to fix every fracture and see this thing through. If I could take back every word I said, the unspoken fears that lived in my head, I'd scream from the rooftops, I'd fall to my knees. Baby, just listen, please listen to me. I messed up the moment, I missed every sign. Don't let me go, just say you're still mine. My heart is a mess, a beautiful red, with your name on my lips and a hand on my neck. I'm drowning in regret, caught in the undertow of the life we had and the path we let go. If I could take back every word I said, the unspoken fears that lived in my head, I'd scream from the rooftops, I'd fall to my knees. Baby, just listen, please listen. I messed up the moment, I missed every sign. Don't let me go, just say you're still mine. Don't let me go. I need you to know that I love you forever. Don't let me go, please don't let me go. I still step over the creak in the floor, the one you always tripped on coming through the door. The coat rack is lighter, just one heavy sleeve, and the silence is louder than the day you had to leave. I caught myself asking the walls what they know, looking for footprints you left in the snow. But the carpet is vacuumed, the dust is all settled, and I'm just a gardener picking at petals. Every shadow looks like you turning the corner. I'm a ghost in this house, I'm my own secret mourner. Now it's just echoes in the hallway, ricocheting off the things we never got to say. I hear your laughter in the kitchen, your keys on the shelf. I'm losing my mind just to keep you to myself. Every floorboard is humming a song we once knew, but the air is just empty and the walls are just blue. It's a long, hollow walk to a bed made for two, with nothing but echoes, echoes of you. Echoes of you. The framed photos are gone, but the hooks are still there, like little steel teeth biting holes in the air. I walked past the bathroom and smelled your perfume, a ghost of a garden in a windowless room. I tried playing music to drown out the ghost, but the songs that you hated are the ones I miss most. If I shout your name, will the drywall respond? Will it bridge the Pacific or the great beyond? Or is this just physics, just sound hitting stone? The sound of a person who's finally alone. Now it's just echoes in the hallway, ricocheting off the things we never got to say. I hear your laughter in the kitchen, your keys on the shelf. I'm losing my mind just to keep you to myself. Every floorboard is humming a song we once knew, but the air is just empty and the walls are just blue. It's a long, hollow walk to a bed made for two, with nothing but echoes, echoes of you. I'm still listening. Waiting for the front door to swing, but the house is just breathing, and the shadows are leaning. Echoes, just a soft fading
Coffee gone cold, curtains never drawn, floorboards learn my name, they creak when I yawn. I talk to the lamp just to hear a sound. Even my own voice feels like it turns me down. Solitude, my only witness weakness sits beside this beating emptiness. Island in my chest, no boats, no guests. Solitude, you're all I have left. You hold me and you hollow me. Phone face down, like it might explode. Messages unsent, heavy as a stone. I measure the days by dishes in the sink. Count every quiet. Instead of sleep, I think, if I walked out, would anyone see the door move? If I disappeared, would the walls still disapprove? I'm here, I'm here, I say it under my breath, an echo in the dark, afraid of what comes next. Solitude, my only witness. Stay until there's nothing left. Island in my chest, sinking slow. Protest.
The streetlights are humming low, hollow blue, and I'm sitting here staring at a ghost of you. I reached in my pocket for a lighter or change, but I pulled out a memory and it felt so strange. It's a crumpled up slip from a 24-hour place, back when the world was just the look on your face. 2 coffees, 1 muffin, and a date at the top, from the night that we promised we'd never stop. The ink is starting to fade into white, like everything else that we had in the light, and now it's just paper and I'm just a fool breaking the don't look back golden rule. It's just a midnight receipt for a life I can't buy, a record of when we didn't have to try. $12.50 for a seat at the stayed for 3 hours, maybe it was 4, until the night shift guy showed us the door. Now I'm looking at the time printed next to the date, wondering if on time was actually too late. I'd pay every cent, I'd give all that I own to not be the only one sitting here alone. It's just trash to the world, just a scrap in the bin, but it's the only way I can let you back in. If I smooth out the edges, if I hold it just right, can I pretend you're coming home tonight? Overdue, I'm still waiting in line for a version of you. Midnight receipt, crumpled in my palm. Midnight receipt, before the storm, after the calm. I'll keep the change. I'm watching the signal bars drop one by one, like the setting of a cold and digital sun. I ask how your day was, you say that it's fine, but I can hear the glitching on the other end of the line. We used to speak in colors, vivid and deep. Now it's just a frequency we can't even keep. I'm reaching through the speakers trying to find your hand, but I'm losing the connection in a no man's land. There's a hum in the speaker, a crack in the tone. I've never felt so lonely while holding my phone. The words get distorted, the meaning gets lost, and we're paying the heavy long distance cost. Now it's just static between us, white noise in the dark, searching for the signal, waiting for a spark. I'm shouting through the interference, calling out your name, but the sound coming back doesn't feel the same. It's a broken transmission, a line cut in two. I'm losing the rhythm, I'm losing the view. Yeah, the silence was heavy, but the buzz is much worse. Just static between us, a digital curse. I remember when silence was a comfort we shared. Now it's a barrier, a ghost, a despair. You're breaking up lately, and I don't mean the call. I mean the way you don't seem to hear me at all. I try to retune, I try Are you there? I think I've lost you. Over and out, the hum cuts to a sharp, sudden silence. The silence speaks louder than any fight we had. The calm after the storm feels tragically bad. I folded the clothes you left on the chair, and for a moment pretended you were there. But the air is heavy with the choice I made, a silent debt that can never be repaid. And the sky was gray on the day I let you go. My heart was breaking, moving slow. I didn't cry then, I was too strong to show that letting go was the hardest thing I'd ever know. Now every night the tears finally start to fall, 'cause losing you means losing my all. I walk the streets where we used to laugh, treading the cracks of a broken path. I see your ghost in every passing face, running from the memories of this place. I said the words I thought I had to say, but they haunt my nights and poison every day. And the sky was gray on the day I let you go. My heart was breaking, moving slow. I didn't cry then, I was too strong to show that letting go was the hardest thing I'd ever know. Now every night the tears finally start to fall, 'cause losing you means losing my all. Maybe I was wrong, maybe I was right. It doesn't matter in the dead of night. The future we planned is just an empty screen, a tragic end to a beautiful dream. I gave up my happiness to set you free, and now the consequence is haunting me. And the sky was gray on the day I let you go. My heart was breaking, moving slow. I didn't cry then, I was too strong to show that letting go was the hardest thing I'd ever know. Now every night the tears We've been dancing around the cracks in the floor, being careful with words, being careful with the door. We've used "I'm just tired" and it's been a long week to cover the salt running down on your cheek. But the air has grown heavy, too thick to just breathe, and we're both holding on to a sleeve, trying to leave no more. Maybe tomorrow we'll find a way. There's only one sentence that's left here to say. The candles have flickered and died on the wick. The clock on the mantle is starting to tick, like a countdown to something we can't take back. So let this be the last honest thing. I don't recognize the melody we try to sing. We're just two strangers sharing a bed, living off echoes of things that we said. It's not that I hate you, it's worse than a fight. It's knowing we're wrong when we're trying to be right. I love you enough to let the bell ring, and let this be the last honest thing. Your suitcase is open like a mouth mid-scream, packing the pieces of a fractured dream. You asked if I'll miss you, I lied and said no, because watching you stay is worse than watching you go. We've exhausted the sorries, we've burnt out the light. We're just ghosts in a hallway, fading from sight. Truth is a fever that finally broke. The end of the fire, the start of the smoke. It's cruel and it's cold and it's sharp as a knife, but it's the most real we've been in our whole lives. It's the only The sky looks different than it used to be. There's one less light in the galaxy. I watch the night from a lonely place, searching the dark for your absent face. They say the stars shine bright when they finally go, but down here on earth it's a cold, silent show. You burn so bright, a beautiful spark. Now I'm just living in the growing dark. It feels like a lifetime since you've been gone, watching the star I love for so long fade into distance. A cruel cold eye, a million light years from my broken heart. I built a telescope with tear-filled eyes to catch a glimpse of our shared goodbyes. Ooh, the light you left is just a memory now, a distant echo of a shattered vow. Ooh, I trace the constellations we used to name, and everything else just feels so mundane. You burn so bright, a beautiful spark. Now I'm just living in the growing dark. It feels like a lifetime since you've been gone, watching the star I love for so long fade into distance. A cruel cold heart, a million light years from my broken heart. Maybe the light I see isn't really you. Maybe it's just a memory breaking through. A beautiful lie I need to survive, to keep the thought of us still alive. I'm stuck in the past while your light moves ahead, the hardest farewell that was ever said. You burn so bright, a beautiful spark. Now I'm just living in the growing dark. It feels like a lifetime since you've been gone, watching the star I love for so long fade into distance. A cruel cold heart, a million light years from my broken heart. The star's so long, the star's so gone. I watch it fade with the break of dawn. So long, so long, forever gone. The cursor's blinking like a pulse in the dark. I've got 3,000 words for this one little spark, but my thumb keeps hovering over the blue, afraid of the silence that comes after you. I'm rewriting the parts where I begged you to stay, deleting the pride that got in the way. Now it's just a gray box on a cold glass screen, the most honest letter that's never been seen. My drafts are a graveyard of things I can't say, a collection of sorries I threw all away. And it's sitting there unread and undone, the war that I lost, the one you already won. I'm screaming in text, but I'm muted in life, cutting through memories like a dull kitchen knife. Yeah, the hardest part isn't the goodbye we said, it's the I still love you that's stuck in my head, left in the shadows waiting for someone forever unread and forever undone. The timestamp says 3 a.m. again. I'm talking to shadows, I'm chasing a ghost in a pen. If I hit send, does it change how you sleep? Or am I just digging a hole that's too deep? You're out in the world, living life in the light, while I'm editing ghosts in the middle of the night. Would you even care if your phone buzzed tonight? Would you look at my name and just turn off the lights? Or is the typing bubble the only thing left of a heart that was shattered by a beautiful theft? And it's sitting there unread and undone, the war that I lost, the one you already won. I'm screaming in text, but I'm muted in life, cutting through memories like a dull kitchen knife. Yeah, the hardest part isn't the goodbye we said, it's the I still love you that's stuck in my head, left in the shadows waiting for someone forever unread and forever undone. Select all, delete. Now the screen is just black and the room is just cold, the greatest love story that will never be told, just unread, just unread. The silence you left is loud, a hollow, ringing sound. It bounces off the walls where all our pictures once were found. I'm walking through the house, it feels too big for just one man, tracing faded lines of a life we couldn't plan. Every single corner holds a phrase you used to say. Now it's just the empty air echoing the day you walked away. All this echo chamber of goodbye, where all the I love yous turn into a bitter cry. They boomerang right back, hit me in the chest, putting my broken pieces to the final test. The memories a loop, a sound without an end, just the phantom of your voice, a wound that won't amend. Lost inside the reverb of our last long sigh. The coffee cup you used to sit in on the shelf, I can't bring myself to move it, deceiving my own self. Then maybe you're coming back, just ran out for the rain. But the forecast in my heart is a constant, endless pain. I turn on the TV just to drown the ringing out, but every single lyric is what we can't talk about. The quiet is a monster, it whispers all your name, and I'm the only one left to stoke this dying flame. Oh, this echo chamber of goodbye, where all the I love yous turn into a bitter cry. They boomerang right back, hit me in the chest, putting my broken pieces to the final test. The memories a loop, a sound without an end, just the phantom of your voice, a wound that won't amend. Lost inside the reverb of our last long sigh. I'm screaming now, trying to make a sound that's new, but the acoustics of this heartache only know the shape of you. I'm tired of the replay, the history we wrote, drowning in the feedback of a love we couldn't float. The walls are closing in, the sound is getting sharp, just the broken final strings of a shattered lonely heart. Oh, this echo chamber of goodbye, where all the I love yous turn into a bitter cry. They boomerang right back, hit me in the chest, putting my broken pieces to the final test. The memories a loop, a sound without an end, just the phantom of your voice, a wound that won't amend. Lost inside the reverb of our last long sigh. Our last long sigh. The echo fades to static, but the silence still reminds me